The boat you see behind me is a Princess 43. Now this is a boat that very much comes under the boats I would like to own. I reckon this is Smuggler's Blues 4 if ever I have the money. We're going to go take a full tour of this one and I'm going to show you exactly why I like it so much. So let's head on around here, but before we do go around, look at this Chris-Craft. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. I have actually got a full tour of this boat on AQUAHOLIC, so do take a look, but isn't that a thing of beauty? I digress, we should be talking about princesses. Let's go and look at this 43. I'm up in Swanwick with Princess Motor Yacht Sales. They're the guys who invited me up to take a look at this. They've got some great boats here. If you're interested in Princess, they ain't short of boats to show you, that's for sure. Okay, here we go. This is the 43. Love this boat. So, why do I like it so much? Well, I think it's a classic sort of size and a classic sort of style. It's your typical 4-berth, 2-cabin, 2-heads Flybridge boat. And it's a design that they've run for a while through various models, and they refined it so beautifully that this is about as good as it gets. So we step on via this big bathing platform. This of course lowers hydraulically, and I like the way they've scalloped this out so you can get a dinghy right in tight against the transom just here. There's 2 ways on. There's an access door here and another one over on this side, and that's your transom shower in there. So if you've been in swimming, you can stand out here, shower yourself off. Look at the way they brought these handrails down and then incorporated the cleats into the design. Really nice. Okay, cockpit, big wraparound seating area and a folding table, so you don't need to have that as big as it is. You can drop it back like that and it's just somewhere for your drinks. Let's head on inside. Now this is not your latest fashion galley aft layout, and I don't think that's a bad thing, because what you have with this instead is a really good connection between this saloon area and the cockpit. So if you're having a party, you know, people sat around in here having a drink, people out there all chatting together, you're not dividing them with the galley area. So there are certainly advantages to galley aft layouts, and they are very popular, but I don't think this is without merit. TV, that drops away hydraulically down in behind here, and then you've got things like glasses storage in here, and there's a fridge underneath, and your AV systems there as well, and that is 4 bottles and more glasses, so it's quite a well catered for area. Okay, let's head on forward. I like the way that the helm is raised. These 2 steps up here mean that when you're at the helm, you've got a really good view out. You're very high up, so it is a boat you can drive from inside and feel very confident about. You're not feeling like you've got to head for the Flybridge every time you want to put to sea. You've got all your engine instrumentation, of course, is up here, like so, and then this one's got the Raymarine Axiom system, so charts and radar and all that kind of stuff is on there. And then distribution panel over here, so this is split so that you've got your 24 volt stuff at the top and your 240 volt stuff at the bottom, so it's easy to find and switch on whatever you need to use. Now I mentioned it wasn't a galley aft layout. The galley is actually down here, and I think this works well because it is separated from the saloon, but they put it just 2 steps down, and what that means is that you're not cut off. So when you're in the galley you can still chat to people, but when you're up in the saloon you're not sat looking at dirty dishes at the end of a meal. Fridge is in this one, decent size, bottle of champers. You can tell we're at Princess Motor Yacht Sales, and look at this storage underneath here, massive. So things like vacuum cleaners and the sort of stuff you can normally never find homes for, it's got places for it. In fact, they've used every inch on here, so every time they found a bit of space they found a way of using it. And look where they put gas struts on everything, so you don't have to hold it up. All electric cooking, and then we head on down. Now this is a traditional layout with the master cabin at the front, and it's a really great size. All the cabins on this, they just feel really well resolved, nothing feels compromised. Storage, there's drawers underneath, there's a big wardrobe over on this side, and then of course storage around the top. In classic Princess you can see the way that the grain of the wood follows all the way through. That's the kind of attention detail you get from these guys, and a hatch up above. This has its own ensuite, great size, separate shower stall. And then the day heads is back here. Again, really good size, and again, nice separate shower area. That's brilliant because you can have a shower in there and you can step out into the dry without coming out of the compartment. And then there is the gas cabin. The gas cabin is down here. Works really well. You've got big opening windows, and this, again, you've got things like a big wardrobe. You've got TV built in over here, and it has a door through to that day head, so at night this has its own ensuite, and I think that's great. That's all you need for yourself and a couple of kids or a couple of guests, all with your own areas. I think that's brilliant. Okay, let's head on back through here. I do like the way that this works. The galley aft layouts are great, but I do think the way this connects the social areas, as I say, it is not without merit at all. Okay, let's go and take a look on the decks first, I think. Let's go around. So take a quick look in here, actually, because, again, this is the sort of attention detail you get. You get things like all the valves for generator and engines for the fuel shut-offs, if you needed to, are there, and the automatic fire extinguishers, there's a manual pull there, and the bilge pump, it's got automatic electric bilge pumps, but there's a backup manual pump here, and you can change where it pumps from. So all your safety gear is here, and it's not going to get buried under a load of stuff that people chuck in the locker, because it's just not possible. I think that's great. Okay, big wide side decks, nice rail to help you around the boat, and then a big sunbathing area up on the front. That's the hatch that's over the master cabin. These teak decks look great. How cool is that? Okay, let's head back down this side. It's a very easy boat to walk around, actually. And we'll take a look at the Flybridge, which is up these steps. So up here on the Flybridge, we have got a pair of helm seats and a nice helm position. You're towards the centre of the boat, so you've got great visibility on both sides. The Raymarine screen up here, and of course all the engine instrumentation is up here as well. There's also a little fridge unit, so you can put a couple of bottles in there that are easy to reach. But what I do like is the way they've laid out this seating next to it, because firstly you can convert this to a sun pad by pulling that section there out, but it just makes a really great area for people to sit when you're cruising down the coast, 20 knots, beautiful day. People can sit around here and chat. You can get 3 or 4 people in here. Your helm is just there. You've got a fantastic view out. It just works brilliantly. It's a really well resolved layout. And then behind that there's a load more seating around the back, and of course this folds out, so if you want to dine up here on a nice day, you can do. And you've also got a barbecue and a sink in here, and then this is storage underneath in a bin, so it's pretty well catered for. Close that back down. Okay, last thing to talk about, engines. They are under the floor, and this is something again that I particularly like about this boat. So let's have a look under here. So now we're getting to the nub of what I really like about this boat, and it's down here. So first of all, the generation of pod drive that we're getting now, it does give a load more cabin space. You lose the lazarette. The lazarette is this big storage area at the back for things like canopies and anything else you want to put in here. And it also means that everything is super accessible. Look at these air conditioning systems, for example, all racked out. You've got the steering gear at the back. Everything is where you can get at it, and this is where it becomes a lot more practical if you're an owner and you want to look after stuff yourself. We've had the boat a few years and it's going to start wanting a bit of maintenance. This is a really easy boat to work on, and the same goes up here. So this has got Cummins diesel engines, the QSB 6.7 if my memory serves me correctly, but they are not on pod drive, they are conventional shaft. So if we look underneath here, can see the shafts going out. Now, there is a huge amount to be said for pod drive. They are easier to manoeuvre if you're not used to boats, but the advantage with these is they are super simple. So you've just got diesel engine, gearbox, shaft, prop on the end, very little to go wrong. It is impossible to say that one is better than the other, but I have to say, when you're paying the bills, there's a lot to be said for that. Really nice engine space in here, and these engines would give this boat, I would think, probably around 30 knots. They're big, high capacity engines, so again, unstressed, great from an owner's potential point of view. And you can get to everything. So whether you're doing the maintenance or whether you're paying somebody else, it's got to be an advantage. Okay. So that's it. Princess 43. Is it the most modern boat in the Princess range? No, actually it isn't. Is it one of my favourites? Well, yes, actually it is. I really like it. And I have to say that one day, if budget allows, this could be a Smuggler's Blues 4. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.